You know what nobody tells you? They tell you to find love. They tell you it's going to complete you, fix you, make sense of all the chaos. Your parents tell you. Movies tell you. Songs tell you. Everyone's out here acting like meeting the right person is going to be like a light switch flicking on in your life, and suddenly everything makes sense. And then you actually fall in love. And it's nothing like they said it would be. Nobody talks about the moment when you realize the person you love is just a person. They're not your missing puzzle piece. They're not your soulmate sent from the universe to complete you. They're someone with their own shit, their own damage, their own fears and insecurities and weird habits that drive you absolutely insane at 2 in the morning. I'm not saying love isn't real. Love is real, but it's not magic. It's not effortless. It's work. And the fact that everyone sells you this fantasy of you just know, or when you meet the right person, everything will be easy. That's a lie we keep telling each other because the truth is too uncomfortable. The truth is, you can love someone with everything you have and still struggle. You can care about them more than anything and still hurt them. You can want it to work and still watch it fall apart anyway. Here's what kills relationships, and nobody says this part out loud. We get into relationships carrying around this massive weight of expectations. You expect them to understand you without you having to explain yourself. You expect them to know what you need before you ask. You expect them to be patient with your baggage while also not having too much baggage of their own. And they're doing the exact same thing to you. So you're both walking around hurt and confused because neither of you is meeting these imaginary standards you never actually talked about. You're resentful because they're not reading your mind. They're frustrated because you seem upset but won't tell them why. And nobody wins. The couples who make it. I'm talking about the ones who actually survive. They're the ones who finally get tired enough to start saying things. Hey, I need you to listen without trying to fix it. Hey, I'm scared you're going to leave me. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm terrified. Real shit. Vulnerable shit. But getting there? That takes so much work. That takes going through cycles of hurt and misunderstanding and almost breaking up multiple times before you realize what's actually happening. And then there's this weird thing about intimacy that fucks with your head. The closer you get to someone, the more power they have to hurt you. That's just mathematics. That's just reality. So some part of you is always protective. Some part of you is always holding back, just in case. Because you've seen what happens when you don't. You've seen people destroy each other. You've seen love turn into resentment, into anger, into apathy, which is somehow worse than anger. You've seen people stay in situations way too long because leaving feels like drowning. So you show up in relationships with all this armor on. And that person, if they really love you, they're going to try to get past that. But how many times are they going to try before they get tired? How many times are you going to push them away before they actually leave? And the worst part is, sometimes they should leave. Sometimes the most loving thing someone can do is walk away. Sometimes you're not good for each other, and all the work in the world won't change that. But we're out here acting like that's a failure. We're out here acting like relationships ending means we did something wrong. That's insane. People grow apart. People want different things. People can love each other and still not be right for each other. That's not a tragedy. That's life. Here's what really gets me, though. You can be in a relationship and still be completely alone. You can be lying next to someone you love and feel further away from them than you've ever felt from anyone. Because they don't get it. They don't get why you're like this, why you need this, why you're scared of that. And you can't explain it because you don't fully understand it yourself. So you stop trying. You stop reaching out. You stop being honest. You turn into this version of yourself that's smaller, quieter, less demanding. You make yourself smaller so you don't take up too much space. And then you resent them for not fighting to know the real you. But they didn't know you were gone. You left so quietly they didn't even notice. That's the thing nobody tells you about relationships. You can lose yourself inside another person. You can get so focused on keeping them happy, on being the partner they need, on not being too much, that you disappear. And by the time you realize what's happened, there's nothing left to rebuild. So what's the actual truth about relationships that they don't teach you? It's that love is not enough. Love is necessary, but it is not sufficient. You need trust, communication, honesty, willingness to change, willingness to accept things you can't change, boundaries, compromise, and the ability to sit with discomfort without running away. You need to know yourself first. You can't expect someone else to understand you if you don't understand you. You can't expect them to fill the holes inside you. You can't expect them to make you whole. And maybe that's the hardest part of all, accepting that another person was never supposed to complete you. You're supposed to be whole on your own, and then choose to build something together. But we're all broken in different ways, and we keep hoping someone else's wholeness will cover our brokenness. It doesn't work that way. The relationships that work are the ones where two people who are willing to do the work decide to keep doing it anyway. Not because it's magical, not because they're soulmates, but because they choose to, every single day, even when it's hard, even when they want to leave, even when they're not sure it's worth it anymore. They choose it anyway. And maybe that's the real love story. Not the beginning when everything's easy and they make you feel alive, but the middle, when it's hard. The part where you're both tired and hurt, and you decide to stay anyway. That's the part they should be telling you about.